Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday night. It is the TASG live reactions show and the Disney Plus drop of the week. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Hannafay here. We got Steven. Steven.
What's up, guys?
Okay, we got Steven on that end of the screen today. We are here for WandaVision, and let me tell you, it's been a very confusing run so far. We were greeted by a double upload yet last week. The first episode was a 50s themed, and then followed by a 60s themed episode in the style of Bewitched. And that has been widely memed everywhere on TikTok, on Twitter, right before Bernie Sanders and his outfit yesterday. And before that, it was just WandaVision, everybody jiving to that theme song written by the Lopez's. And the Lopez's, if you don't know, they are the same people who wrote Let It Go and For Coco. So welcome. Last we saw you during the 50s. It's been very tame so far. Loving the humor in the themed episodes. And the 60s episode is where things really got into it. You know, we got hidden scenes of Hydra in the commercials, and the commercials. Let me tell you, oh my gosh, they're very well themed. What's your thoughts on it? I mean, so far, the subtleties.
I mean, it's cool because when you're watching something and you get those references and Easter eggs, you're like, you're like, hey, I got that reference, or hey, that I remember that. So, throwing these subtle references, it's fun.
It really
At the
is.
same time, you think about like how these references came about to begin with, like what was it like referencing back in the original Marvel movies, and now we're seeing it in a completely different
Form factor.
environment. Like
Yeah.
we got Stark Industries making toasters, we got Strucker's watches.
It's
So it's
very
like
interesting.
exactly. You don't know what's gonna be next. Like you gotta expect the unexpected at this rate.
Right. Your expectations have suddenly shifted, and it's nothing like what you've expected. Now, let me tell you, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know a lot about many things, and I'm gonna say the same thing that I said with Star Wars. I don't know a lot about Marvel. My knowledge only comes from the movies, and even the movies that I've watched. Um, I could name them on my hands. So, uh, if there's a reference that I say wrong, or if there's anything that I say wrong at all during the stream, or if you're rewatching this later on the VOD, please correct me in the comments below. Again, I don't know a lot about much. It is 11:59. We are heading right into episode 3. Final thoughts before we begin. Uh, I thought that it's very, very, it's very light, but there's something clearly sinister and evil lurking in the background. And we saw in the last, in episode 2, we saw the the beekeeper come out of the sewer, and then all of a sudden it reverses, and we're all like, "What the hell is up with that?" So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they do. Thank you, the TXNY. Thank you. We're about to get started right now with episode 3. What we're going to do is that we're going to do a group watch. Again, because of copyright stuff, we aren't going to put the thing right here, but we will tell you what timestamps we are at. It is 12 midnight, ladies and gentlemen, on the West Coast. It's 3 a.m. in the East Coast. Let me tell you, those folks in the East, boy, oh boy, they are very dedicated to watching the shows. All right, and it looks like we can automatically join right here, and we can just change. We can just change the thing. Interesting.
Well, that's good then.
I think.
If it works, anyway.
If it works, let's see what happens here. Because the group watch that we do a test before the stream. Oh, we can change the episode. Yes, that is epic. We are getting right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Let's see if this works on your. Does it work? It shows you're still in the group.
Did you start it?
I haven't started it yet. All right, I'm gonna hit. Does it work for you?
Yes, I'm in. Let's do it.
You're in. All right, so we're gonna reverse back to 0-0. Start wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. This is WandaVision episode, season 1, episode 3. We're hitting play from 0-0 in 3, 2, 1. Now. Hashtag for the children in chat, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like that's kind of disturbing. I've heard that this was like the red fear or something of communism, and then one of Vision's co-workers, from what I've heard, he accused him of being a communist. So that could be the thing.
Yeah, but when they were accusing each other of being communists, that was a whole joke part.
Yeah, but could be an underlying factor.
Could be.
Gotta love.
Way to find out.
What do you like better? Do you like the Star? I mean, like, it's got to be the Avengers intro, 100%, right?
Well, yeah, because I've seen the Avengers intro so many times. Because if you watch the entire MCU, it's the same intro. By the way, we are looking at a 34-minute video, or 34-minute episode, which could be significantly shorter. Ooh, this is 70s. I'm liking it. Giving me Brady Bunch vibes.
That's the idea. Begin with a hexagonal vibe. Somebody did point out that the hexagonal pattern is a reference to the 6 Infinity Stones. But I'm like, they're setting up a playground for children that aren't in the show yet. And of course, hashtag discount David Schwimmer, and it bothers me. There it is. In color. She's pregnant, too.
And Paul Bettany, it's like, damn.
With hair?
With hair.
What?
The stork delivers a baby.
The Stark delivers the baby.
Ah.
Yeesh. Is he implying that... Interesting. It's got that Clone Wars rapid age. If you're just joining us, we're at 3:53. The fuck?
It's Home Improvement. Honeydew.
No, that's squash.
I know.
Oh, papaya. Gee, if only parenting was that easy. Wanda, who's doing this to you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to.
Really? Hey, see the stork.
A quick look at the Google. Um, Thomas and William. That's the comics. So here we are. Or, yeah, Tommy and Billy. Interesting, interesting, interesting. E. Ooh. Ugh. Her water broke. What is happening? This reminds me of that one episode of Twilight Zone. Interesting. I'm sorry, he went out like that? Hmm. If you're just joining us, we're at 8:59, around 9 minutes. Oh shit. Oh, rollback. Damn. Or unless that wasn't us.
What?
There it is. But that wasn't the joke the last time. What's this at? Asgard?
Maybe.
Hydra. Ooh.
Soak. Wow.
Ooh. Straight up.
Hail Hydra Soak.
That's the ad of the week. Call it different. And he went out looking like that. Oh.
What the?
Oh shit.
The stork.
It won't go away.
That made it go away.
Oh shit. How did she not notice that she's pregnant?
Apparently, bowl of fruit keeps it hidden. But, said store keeps appearing.
Can she see this? I don't think she sees the story.
I don't think so either. Are you serious?
How the Huh? If you're just joining us, we're at 16:15. Oh shit.
Whoa.
And he was able to change that appearance. Oh. Is that the grandma from Cobra Kai? Oh shit. And she's not noticing anything. Oh, now she is. Ladies and gentlemen, the first Disney Plus delivery. It's got hair already. That's how fast.
Damn.
That's how fast they age. Remember last episode, she was mind fucked.
Tommy.
Tommy boy. There's another one.
Oh gosh.
But wait, there's more. Tommy and Billy. There it is.
I'm surprised she's already like
Flat.
standing up and
Yeah.
just chilling already.
Or a midwife.
He knows something.
Fuck does that mean? Ooh.
Man, check out that background facade.
Such 70s, man.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiring. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, how does she know? Who? What do you know?
Where'd that
That
go?
symbol. What is that symbol? We're all what? Where did Geraldine go? Ooh. Ooh. That aspect ratio changed, though. What in the Truman Show?
Where it's the feds.
Westview. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is episode 3.
I will say though,
Better?
better, because we're actually getting somewhere now.
We're getting context.
Don't get me wrong. We're getting context of what's going on now, and we see like at the ending of this episode, it's basically setting up for what basically is going to be the next mind trip.
Yeah. Obviously, we know what the theme is going to be for the next episode going into it. Because it's decade by decade television era. I'm going to guess it's going to be 80s. But this truly is significantly better than the first two. You can obviously see the darkness in the background that's lurking in the back. And it feels very Truman Show-esque now. Because Wanda is aware, Vision is somewhat aware, but Wanda specifically, especially because of Geraldine. And Geraldine gets ejected from that dimension. And at the end, it establishes itself as a bubble similar to the Truman Show. And Westview... I'm going to do a Google search right now. Welcome to Westview. We gotta see. Interesting. I do want to say, the Lopez's, yet again with another banger. This intro was pure bliss with the 70s. Amazing. I found this one in the subreddit. This is the Marvel Studio spoilers, whatever. This was from 3 months ago. Both counts of Eastview and Westview, whatever that means. I'm sorry. Again, I don't know a lot about Marvel. They take it as a nod to Wizard of Oz. There are 2 witches in the show, which I think they said was Catherine Hahn's character. But it's very interesting. Other thoughts on the episode that you've taken away from this one?
Basically, I see this as the beginning of basically the unraveling of what's going on and what the show is all about. Like, you can say the first 2 is basically just giving exposition and how like Vision and Wanda were just living their like fairy tale / like dream lives, but now like seeing how this episode, and it's like, oh wait, reality still exists here. And that's why like you see Geraldine getting basically ejected and surrounded by like spotlights and armed soldiers, which means, you know, the federal government or, you know, some federal agency is involved in it also. And we do know that what's the guy's name from Ant-Man?
Jimmy.
Basically Randall, yeah, Jimmy. So Randall Park's character is in this show.
The FBI agent, rather.
Yeah,
Um,
so the FBI could be in the next episode. Basically, the FBI could be the ones that were at the end of the episode surrounding Geraldine.
which means now, I mean, you saw that the two neighbors, they were conspiring about her pregnancy because, you know, last episode she gets pregnant and all of a sudden she progresses those 9 months, similar to a clone in Clone Wars aging 10 years. And it's, I'll say the humor is there. I love it, era standpoint. But uh, the fact that Vision could change, because he's a shapeshifter, right? Would you say?
I think he is. I mean, in the end, in Infinity War, he switched to a human like form. You could say that.
And that's
So
what
yeah,
he
he is a
does
shapeshifter.
to at least hide their true identities from the neighbors. But the neighbors are already wary, and I think it's some sort like something in like the 1970s, even leading up to today, where neighbors would just conspire and just gossip and talk about another, another neighbor. I mean, that's just me, but could like they obviously know something, but they kept it away from Vision. And let me tell you, that last line that she says is like, "What happened to Geraldine?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know." It's like she did something pretty dark, and it just kind of put me off as like unsettling. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, I get that vibe. It's because like neighbors do gossip whenever like a new neighbor appears, and I mean that's like a stereotypical like TV trope.
Yeah.
Like when the new person moves in, the neighbors are already in the area, are starting to start talking to each other, trying because basically that neighbor is a stranger to them. They want to know more about it.
I mean, even having moved into a community like this, I mean, still significantly different, but still very similar. It's different but same at the same time. I live in the resort area, and a lot of people would have thought that, like, first question is, are you an STR? Because there's a lot of Airbnbs in the area, and they instantly thought of us as that when we moved in. Similar to Geraldine's situation, but the interesting thing, and this is what they mentioned, that she has no home. Where did she come from? What is her purpose? And we end up just seeing her thrown out of that bubble again, similar to a Truman Show situation. That's what I'm calling this universe, because when you see that she's breaking through the barrier, it obviously looks like a bubble. Truman Show. Have you seen the Truman Show?
I have not.
It's on Amazon Prime. You probably wouldn't get it. Um,
I
but
mean, I could watch it. I have Prime, so
oh, you do? Oh, then yeah. Um, my sister showed that to me over the weekend, and Truman Show is Jim Carrey, and his life is basically being live streamed 24 hours a day since the day he was born, since his conception, which is kind of creepy. And but it all takes place in this 1.5 billion dollar bubble in LA. It looks hilarious, and it's like it's a huge dome, and it houses an entire city, a climate controlled. It's basically everything's controlled by this one creator, and but TLDR, it's a bubble. This show, WandaVision, is taking place in a bubble. That's my point. And where do we go from here? What do you think? I mean, it's we have our thoughts, we have our ideas that are clear, but where are they going to take it in the 80s? That's That's a good question.
I
Um,
mean, when you think about it, the '80s are like because they're not far from modern day. So we could be getting more and more like closer to reality at this point. We could be seeing more like glimpses of reality throughout the next episode. Like now that we know like for sure this is like a bubble, and there is like stuff going on outside of it too.
Would you say so? Looking at the first two episodes, the length of reality is slowly becoming longer and longer. This one, I'll say, give or take an eighth or a ninth of the episode. I feel like when it gets to, I'm gonna give it two or three more episodes before we really get into what's really going on. Because again, we're not only are we running out of eras, but the reality scenes are getting deeper and deeper, and I'm really liking it. So many people have compared it to the Netflix series Black Mirror. I'll agree to it. I've been saying it wrong a lot. Dark Mirror, Black Mirror, where there's this underlying dark thing that's happening in the background, except it's the entire thing, Going to the ad break. The Hydra soap thing. Nice little touch. I didn't know where that was going to go. It really looked like a getaway to Asgard, but Hydra. Last 2 days we saw Stark, and we saw, oh man, what was the other one? Strucker. That was the watch. Hydra is the soap, and what was it? And Stark was the toaster. What do you so looking ahead, let's try and see if we can predict this. What product in the 80s and what product, or what brand do you think?
I'm not really sure. If I actually knew more about the 80s, I probably could make an assumption, but sadly I don't. Let's look it up. Inventions created in the 80s.
Or at least, what do you call it? Consumer products. Consumer products from the 1980s that we can associate with Marvel, looking ahead to the next episode.
The personal computer. Like Macintosh.
The original. Ooh. Who do you think would that? I mean, we see Hydra. Could it be no, Shield was... Damn, Shield was until 2012, right? Because, or no.
Well, Shield was around...
No, Marvel. I'm sorry. I'm blanking out today. I'm sorry. The Avengers Initiative was 2012. So we could be seeing that in the 2010s.
But the Avengers Initiative actually began back in... Was it the 80s when Captain Marvel took place?
90s.
90s. So we might be